It's a particularly unpleasant Friday afternoon. Windy, raining, blowing straight in the back of the boat. I'm glad we got the generator water pump in earlier in the week. Going, and just the wind is blowing the neighbour around a bit. Well, it's quarter to 4. I wouldn't say the weather has improved. It's raining, windy and cold out there. Well, it's toasting warm in here with the aircon on heat. It's getting quite dark, so let's turn some lights on.
There are fears tonight rivers could rise and floods worsen as torrential downpours continue to batter the Nelson-Tasman region. It's only July, but the region's already heading for its wettest year on record.
Kia ora, Simon. Well, that rain and wind has really picked up over the past hour or so, with a warning for commuters tonight to be extra vigilant while out and about on the roads. The region is currently under an orange heavy rain and wind warning, with the worst of it expected from now until about 8 p.m. this evening. Commuters are being told to drive to the conditions, so adjusting those speeds and making sure they allow extra time for travel. People are also being told to be mindful of any public transport cancellations, with a number of ferry services already affected by today's poor weather. Northland is also currently under a orange heavy rain warning with multiple power outages in different parts of the region as well too. There are also several road closures and detours, including State Highway 1 and the Mangamuka Gorge, which is currently shut in both directions due to slips. Now, this heavy rain warning is expected to stay in place in both Northland and Auckland until later this evening, Simon.
Tēnā koe, Izzy. Thank you very much for that.
It really is. And the main boundary across the upper South Island we really have to watch. That's the boomerang of rain that is working, piling in that literally tropical moisture. Let's come in close and I'll show you where the back edge of the rain is. We look at Nelson here. If you notice the heavy persistent stuff just starting to peak out there, the far northwest of the South Island parts of Golden Bay. But remember, there's lots in the ranges as well. Auckland under the gun with that rain. The red warning, of course, that is for parts of Nelson, of course, parts of Tasman, south and east of Motueka in particular.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Looks like the worst of it has passed through. And that noise of running water is the salt water running through the aircon unit. Oh, it's 8 o'clock on Saturday. Got northwest blowing, it's supposed to go west later. getting near high tide. I think it might be breakfast and then head down harbour with the tide. We're still getting a few rain showers through, but certainly a better day than yesterday. Oh, it's coming up 10 o'clock, so we'll undo some lines, head off, tailwind and outgoing tide. I'm just keeping the boat against the dock while I take off the stern lines. Oh, we're on our way. You can see the dirty fresh water sitting on top. The salt water is a bit cleaner at the moment, so it's being stirred up by the prop. Outgoing tide. It's a nice day looking that way. But we've got some rain looking that way. I'll use the squeegee to clean the window. So a bit better. Assuming we might pull the main up at some stage this weekend, I'll go and release the halyard, undo the stack pack. I'll put her on wind vane mode 0 degrees and we will pull the main up. We're sailing now. I haven't put the jib out because it's too much downwind, so we'll head that way. Not quite sure where to yet. The end of Limestone Island, and we can see the difference between the dirty water coming out of the Whangārei River because of all the rain and the bluer water further out in the harbour. Oh, we've jibed. Not a lot of wind out here actually. Big main out one side. The boat does struggle a bit to maintain a course with off-balance force and little through water speed. There's a bit more wind out here. And a bit of rain around still though. As I said before, there's a rainbow and looks like another squall coming up behind us, which will be why the winds come up. Haven't yet decided if we're going to go into Parua Bay, which is around the end of Whangārei Point there, or carry on in that direction to Whangārei Bay. The rainbow's looking even better now. Oh, I can feel rain now. Oh, I've jibed and we'll go into Parua Bay. We're past Jackson's Bay and we're going past the end of Whangārei Point, which is there, and there's Moto Kiori Island. Oh, the low sun makes it a bit hard to see, but that's where we're heading for. It's been a pretty big tide, so I'm just having a look, see whether we can go through here. Keeping a good eye on the depth, so that's depth under the keels with a bit of a fudge factor. I think that'll be not that sensible as the answer, so we'll go around the long way. So this is the nook. Not stopping here will be fine, but it's not sheltered from the wind. Need to go around that marker there and then carry on to port. Oh, we need to pass with this marker to port, and we're into Parua Bay. This is Martin Point here, so we'll head to wind once we get past the beacon, drop the main and head to anchor somewhere over the far side. Main's down. I actually washed the track as far as I could and sprayed it with PTFE. Came down further than average, almost all the way down. To go and anchor over here, but I think we'll go up here under, I think it's Solomon's Point, a little bit more shelter from the cold wind, although compared to the last few days it's a very nice day. Over there's Pines Golf Course, here is Manganese Point, and we live on the far side, fairly much on the far side from where the mast is. There's looking out into the harbour. I think here will do. It's the heady depth of 1.7 onto the keel at the moment. Right, we're anchored. So over there is Parua Bay compound and club from, it's part of Whangārei Cruising Club, my club. Outboard Motor Club is over there. They've got some very nice launching bits for fizz boats. There's a public pontoon on this side. Parua Bay Tavern over there. Parua Bay Township down here. And our boys went to the school here. School bus turned round top of our drive. We've got the nook in behind, and that's Mount Albury in behind that, and Manganese Point. So it's 12 o'clock. It's been a couple of hours. Rather pleasant jaunt down the harbour. Looks like there's another bit of wind and rain coming through soon. It's raining again. Won't last long. It's quite pleasant when the sun's out, but we're still getting a few squalls through. Oh, it's mostly passed through. Certainly reasonably windy at the moment, and we may have seen the best of the day. Look, it's a nice day again now. Well, I was completely wrong. It's turned into a stunning afternoon. Wind's died, sun's out. A few clouds around, but none near us. Yeah, it's very pleasant sitting out in the cockpit. It's definitely a very pleasant afternoon sitting here, relaxing. Well, it's clouded over again, but I don't think there's any rain, and there is just some blue sky further upwind. Well, I was wrong. It is raining. Oh, one benefit is we got a bit of a rainbow back again. Well, it's getting a bit later, but cooler, but still quite nice. So once the rain came through.
Tonight on One News, Tasman devastation goes from bad to worse.
Kind of sense of where do you even start in some of these locations is pretty shattering for a lot of people.
Extensive damage from floods cuts power, roads and communications to parts of the region. A warning the recovery could be months.
You can see here, Christian Leo Willie and Adi Savia peels around the front. He offloads it to Cam Roygarden. Oh, that is clever. That got onto this ball, Adi Savia. They do trickery at the front again. No jump. Bang! There goes Savia. He's in control from there. He's got players behind him. Watch him pivot out. And he does it all on his own. His strength, his ability to stay on his feet, and also his experience. Adi Savia, too big, too strong.
All in tandem, there it is. It was only ever going to be Cody Taylor. Once
all of his speed, Adi Savia, Segon can't match him, brushes him aside. Absolute Sogby goes through him, the step. Now watch the interplay of passing off the ground. First it was Savia, then the punch through the middle from Ioane. He pops it. Fabian Hollanders, he's going to ground. Tupu Bay through the middle. You won't see too many better for a long time. Again, have to gravitate to that breakdown, which meant there is space. Cam Roygood spotted Bowden Barrett, Will Jordan off his hip. Here's the breakout from deep in their own half. The kick from Bowden Barrett under pressure with his left foot. Bounces into Rico Ioane's hands. From there, they just went to work. And check this out. Duplessis Karifi out the back to Geordie Barrett. Little pop, bang, and then the quick hands and finish from Rico.